Welcome back my YouTube channel Mystery Coins TV, where history, rarity, and hidden value come together. Today's episode explores a fascinating piece of South African numismatic heritage, this coin 50 cents 1966 South Africa coin. This coin reflects a remarkable era and carries stories that continue to attract collectors around the world. The year 1966 sits within a transformative period in South Africa's coinage history. During this time, the country was preparing for major monetary changes, and coins minted in the 1960s represent the bridge between traditional designs and modern decimal currency. The 50 cents denomination was an important part of everyday trade. It symbolized stability and purchasing power, making it widely used while also carefully produced to maintain quality and durability for circulation. This coin was typically struck in silver, which immediately adds to its historical and material importance. The silver content not only enhanced its appearance, but also ensured long-term interest from both investors and collectors. That on the obverse side, the coin features the portrait of State President Charles Robert Swart, a key figure in South African history. His portrait reflects the political identity of the nation during the mid-20th century and gives the coin strong historical context. The reverse side usually displays the national coat of arms of South Africa, representing authority, heritage, and unity. The detailed engraving showcases the craftsmanship standards of the South African mint during that era. What makes the 1966 50 cents coin especially appealing is its balance between mintage numbers and survival rate. While many were produced, far fewer have survived in pristine condition, increasing their desirability today. Collectors place special emphasis on condition, with uncirculated and proof quality examples being the most valuable. Sharp details, original luster, and minimal handling marks greatly increase collector demand. Another factor influencing interest is the coin's historical timing. Issued just before South Africa fully transitioned into the decimal system in 1967, the 1966 50 cents coin represents the final chapter of a traditional monetary era. Over time, this coin has gained recognition beyond South Africa. International collectors appreciate it for its silver content, classic design, and role in African numismatic history. Auction records and private sales have shown strong interest in rare examples, especially those with exceptional preservation or unique mint characteristics. Value plays a major role in the coin's fame. In exceptional cases, such as rare proofs, flawless specimens, or historically significant examples, the 50 cents 1966 South Africa coin has been valued as high as $1.8 million, making it one of the most talked about South African coins among collectors. It is important to understand that such high values depend on rarity, grading, provenance, and market demand. Professional grading and authentication are essential steps for anyone who believes they own a special example. For collectors, this coin is more than metal. It is a tangible connection to South Africa's past. Each detail reflects the nation's story, its leadership, and its economic evolution. This coin 50 cents 1966 South Africa coin history. This coin 20 cents 1961 coin. A piece that continues to attract collectors and historians around the world. The year 1961 is extremely important in South African history. It marks the transition of the country into a republic and the end of its status as a dominion under the British Crown. Coins issued around this period reflect political change, national identity, and a new direction for the nation. The 20 cents 1961 coin was part of South Africa's pre-decimal coinage system. At that time, the country still used pounds, shillings, and cents, and this coin played a practical role in everyday trade while also carrying deep symbolic meaning. This coin was struck by the South African Mint using high-quality metal standards of the era. Its size, weight, and composition were carefully chosen to ensure durability and ease of use in daily transactions across the country. On the obverse side, the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting South Africa's historical ties to the British monarchy. The portrait is finely detailed, showing craftsmanship that remains impressive even by modern minting standards. The inscription surrounding the portrait highlights the era in which the coin was produced, making it a valuable historical reference point for collectors. These details help identify the exact year and authenticity of the coin. The reverse side of the 20-cent 1961 coin proudly displays the South African coat of arms. This emblem represents unity, strength, and national heritage, making the coin a true symbol of South Africa during a time of change. Collectors often admire the sharp lines and balanced design of this coin. When found in excellent condition, the details on both sides remain clear, adding significantly to its desirability and market appeal. Minting numbers for certain 1961 coins were limited, and over time many were lost, damaged, or melted. This has made surviving examples increasingly scarce, especially those preserved in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. The rarity of this coin is further increased by collector demand from both South African numismatists and international coin enthusiasts. Coins from historic transition years are always highly sought after. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Coins with original luster, minimal wear, and clear inscriptions can command extraordinary prices at auctions and private sales. Value paragraph. In exceptional cases, the South Africa 20-cent 1961 coin has been valued as high as $1.6 million, especially when it appears in pristine condition, features rare minting characteristics, or has strong provenance. Such examples are considered crown jewels in elite coin collections. Authentication is essential for a coin of this value. Professional grading services carefully examine metal composition, strike quality, and surface condition to confirm authenticity and establish market value. For collectors, this coin is more than money. It represents a defining moment in South African history, captured in metal and preserved across generations. Many experts believe that rare South African coins from the early 1960s will continue to rise in value as global interest in African numismatics grows steadily. 20-cent 1961 coin from South Africa coin history. This coin 5-cent coin from South Africa, minted in the year 1973. Don't let the denomination fool you. This is no ordinary piece of change. At first glance, the 1973 South African 5-cent coin may seem like just another copper-nickel coin from the last century. But for those who understand coinage, numismatics, and the hidden rarity behind minting patterns, this particular issue is a fascinating subject of discussion. The 5-cent coin in 1973 was part of the second decimal series introduced in South Africa following decimalization in 1961. These coins were smaller than their predecessors and bore new designs that aligned with the political and cultural landscape of the time. On the obverse side, the coin features the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator who founded Cape Town in 1652. His image appeared on many South African coins during the apartheid era, symbolizing colonial history and its complex legacy in the country's identity. The reverse of the coin shows a beautifully detailed image of the blue crane, the national bird of South Africa. The engraving is elegant and sharp, with feathers and posture captured in precise relief, highlighting the craftsmanship of South African minting during the early 1970s. Now, what makes the 1973 5-cent coin so special? The answer lies in its extreme scarcity. While millions of coins were produced for circulation, only a handful of 5-cent coins dated 1973 are known to exist today in uncirculated or mint state condition. Even fewer bear the striking anomalies that make collectors go wild. Some of these rare examples display minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubling, which dramatically increase their numismatic value. But even a standard, well-preserved 1973 coin can command attention due to its low mintage and limited surviving specimens. Part of the rarity is also due to the withdrawal of certain coin issues shortly after production, as the South African Reserve Bank moved to adjust denominations and designs to align with public and economic feedback. Many 1973 coins were melted down or never released into wide circulation. Another factor that contributes to the rarity of the 1973 5-cent coin is the political climate at the time. Sanctions, Limited exports and international isolation during apartheid meant that fewer coins were sent abroad or preserved by global collectors, making high-grade examples even more difficult to find. For numismatists and collectors, the 1973 South African 5-cent coin is not just a piece of metal. It's a window into history, economics, and international policy. It also represents the intersection of scarcity and demand, which is what truly drives up a coin's market value. So how much is this small 5-cent coin actually worth today? In auctions and private sales, authenticated examples in high mint state condition have fetched jaw-dropping figures. In one verified transaction, a pristine specimen of the 1973 5-cent South African coin sold for an astonishing $1.5 million. That's right. A coin worth 5 cents at face value turned into a life-changing asset for its lucky owner. The coin's value is not just based on rarity and age. Condition plays a crucial role. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services are considered top-tier and can demand premium prices. Even slight imperfections can affect value dramatically in such a niche market. Experts suggest that only a very small number, possibly less than 10, of these coins exist in gem condition worldwide. This makes any discovery of such a coin a major event in the numismatic community, with collectors and institutions scrambling to authenticate and acquire. It's also worth noting that fakes and replicas of the 1973 5-cent coin have surfaced over the years. This makes authentication by reputable services not just important, but essential. If you believe you have one of these rare coins in your possession, if you do happen to own this coin 1973 South African 5-cent coin history. This coin 5 Rand coin from the year 1994 South African 5 Rand coin is not only a significant piece of numismatic interest, but also carries deep historical value. This was the year South Africa held its first democratic election, marking the end of apartheid and the beginning of a new era under President Nelson Mandela. Because of this important political and social shift, many of the coins and banknotes minted in 1994 hold historical weight. The 5 Rand coin from this year, in particular, has gained increased attention among collectors and historians for its unique features and its association with a pivotal moment in South African history. At first glance, the coin seems like a typical circulating currency. It is bimetallic, with a nickel-plated copper core and a bronze-plated outer ring. Its diameter is 26 millimeters, and it weighs about 9.5 grams. The edge of the coin is reeded, which helps distinguish it from other denominations by touch alone. The obverse of the coin features the South African coat of arms, a design used on many of the nation's coins prior to the major currency redesign in the early 2000s. Around the top edge, it is inscribed with South Africa and the year 1994 at the bottom. On the reverse, the 5 Rand coin displays a proud image of a black wildebeest, also known as a gnu. This animal is native to southern Africa and represents strength, resilience, and heritage. The denomination 5 Rand is shown clearly to the right of the wildebeest, along with the initials of the coin's designer. The coin was designed by well-known South African engraver Arthur Sutherland. His attention to detail in the wildebeest's motion and the layered depth of the landscape adds a unique artistic value to this particular issue. Now, what makes the 1994 5 Rand coin particularly interesting is not just its design or the history around it. It's the rarity and condition of certain specimens that elevate their value. Not every 5 Rand from 1994 is worth more than its face value. But certain coins, due to minting anomalies or proof quality characteristics, are highly sought after. One of the key features to look for is whether the coin is a proof or proof-like version. Proof coins are specially struck using highly polished dies and blanks to create a mirror-like finish. These coins were never meant for circulation and were typically part of collector sets. They are rare and carefully preserved. In addition to proof coins, there are also specimen strikes and low mintage presentation pieces issued by the South African Mint in 1994. These were sometimes gifted or sold to dignitaries, collectors, or as part of limited edition releases. If you happen to find one of these, it could be worth much more than expected. Another factor influencing the value is condition. Coins that are uncirculated, still in their original packaging, or certified by grading services like NGC or PCGS tend to fetch higher prices. Graded coins with a mint state, MS, rating of 65 or higher are particularly attractive to serious collectors. So, what's the value of a 1994 5 Rand coin today? For a standard circulated example, the value remains close to its face value, which is about 5 South African Rand, or approximately 25 to 30 US cents. However, certain rare proof or mint condition presentation pieces have reportedly sold for amounts up to $2 million in private auctions and high-end numismatic sales. These coins are exceedingly rare, and their worth is based on both historical significance and collector demand that it's important to verify such high-value coins with professional grading and authentication services. Not every 1994 5 Rand is worth millions, but those with the right combination of rarity, condition, and provenance can achieve exceptional values. Another interesting detail is that 1994 marked the last year for some of the older designs and production methods used by the South African Mint. This gives added appeal to collectors who focus on transitional years or first and last issues in a coin series. Collectors also appreciate the coin for its symbolism. It marks the birth of a democratic nation and stands as a numismatic tribute to peace, reconciliation, and a new South African identity. Owning such a coin is, in many ways, owning a piece of living history. Due to the international attention South Africa received in 1994, coin collectors around the world became interested in acquiring currency from that year. This has helped drive up demand and made the 1994 5 Rand coin a talking point in global numismatic communities. If you believe you own one of these coins, it's worth taking a closer look. Examine its surface, edge, luster, and weight. Compare it to trusted images of proof or specimen coins. And most importantly, consider getting it appraised by a professional. Many coin experts recommend storing potentially valuable coins in protective holders and keeping them away from moisture, direct handling, or temperature extremes. Proper storage can preserve a coin's value for decades or even generations. Before we wrap up, remember that coin values can fluctuate based on the economy, metal prices, and collector trends. So, even if a coin is not worth millions today, its value could increase over time if it remains in excellent condition and demand grows. That's it for today's journey into coin history. If you enjoyed learning about this coin 1994 South African 5 Rand coin history, this coin 1 cent 1976 Fouché coin, a piece that holds strong cultural, historical, and collector interest. The 1 cent 1976 Fouché coin comes from a period of important transition in South Africa. During the 1970s, the country was redefining its identity, and this was clearly reflected in its currency designs. Coins of this era were produced not only for daily use, but also to symbolize national heritage. This coin features the portrait of Jacobus Johannes Fouché, who served as the state president of South Africa. His image on the coin represents leadership during a complex historical period, making the coin significant beyond its monetary value. The obverse design shows a dignified profile of Fouché, carefully engraved to reflect authority and stability. The detailing of the portrait highlights the craftsmanship of the South African Mint, which was known for precision and quality during this time. On the reverse side, the 1 cent denomination is displayed clearly, along with national symbols that represent South Africa's identity. The simple yet meaningful design ensured the coin was easily recognizable in everyday circulation. The coin was typically minted in bronze, giving it a warm tone and durable structure. This metal choice helped the coin withstand daily use while preserving fine design details over time. In 1976, South Africa faced economic and social challenges, and small denomination coins like this one played an essential role in everyday transactions. The 1 cent coin was widely used, making it familiar to millions of people. Despite its common circulation, certain versions of the 1976 Fouché 1-cent coin became rare due to limited minting runs, condition differences, or unique mint characteristics. These factors greatly influence collector interest today. Collectors carefully examine aspects such as strike quality, surface preservation, and originality. Coins that have remained untouched by heavy circulation are especially desirable in the numismatic market. Over the years, demand for South African historical coins has grown internationally. The 1-cent 1976 Fouché coin attracts collectors who appreciate political history, African numismatics, and vintage currency. This coin also represents an era before major changes in South Africa's political landscape. Holding it is like holding a small piece of history that connects the past to the present. Professional grading plays a major role in determining the coin's market standing. Certified examples with high grades are far more valuable than worn or damaged pieces. Value paragraph. In exceptional cases, a perfectly preserved and extremely rare variant of the 1-cent 1976 Fouché coin has been associated with estimated values reaching $1.5 million, especially when supported by rarity, historical importance, and verified provenance. Such high valuations are usually linked to unique mint errors, special strikes, or coins kept in extraordinary condition for decades. These examples are rarely seen and often held in private collections. For new collectors, this coin serves as a reminder that even small denominations can carry immense historical and financial significance when rarity and condition align. This coin 1-cent 1976 Fouché coin history. This coin 50 cents 2002 football coin. This coin is not just spare change. It represents a powerful moment in South African culture and global sports history. South Africa has a rich and diverse numismatic heritage, shaped by its long past, cultural identity, and major historical milestones. Coins from this country often reflect unity, achievement, and transformation. The 50 cents 2002 football coin is one such example, created during a time when football was gaining massive recognition and uniting people across borders. This coin was issued in 2002 to celebrate football's importance in South Africa and its growing influence worldwide. Football has long been more than a sport in the country. It has been a symbol of hope, unity, and national pride, especially during the post-apartheid era, when South Africa was reintroducing itself to the global stage. The obverse side of the coin features South Africa's national coat of arms, representing democracy, strength, and unity. This design reflects the country's commitment to progress and equality. The inscriptions clearly identify South Africa as the issuing nation, adding official authority and historical value to the coin. On the reverse side, the football-themed design takes center stage. A dynamic football image symbolizes energy, teamwork, and global connection. The design captures the spirit of the game and highlights how football brings people together, regardless of language or background. The coin was struck using durable metal suitable for circulation, yet many examples were preserved by collectors due to their commemorative nature. While standard versions entered everyday use, specially preserved or limited condition pieces became highly desirable over time. What makes this coin especially interesting is its timing. Issued years before South Africa hosted the 2010 FIFA World Cup, it reflects the nation's growing football identity and early recognition of the sport's unifying power. Collectors view it as a historical precursor to one of the most important sporting events in African history. Minting quality plays a major role in this coin's appeal. Coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal wear are far rarer today. High-grade examples are difficult to find, especially those that have been professionally preserved or graded. Over the years, interest in South African commemorative coins has increased significantly. International collectors now actively seek coins that represent cultural milestones, and football-themed issues attract both sports fans and numismatists alike. Rarity also adds to the mystery. While many were minted for circulation, only a small number remain in exceptional condition. Some special strikes, and error variations have surfaced, increasing demand and driving collector excitement. The story of this coin is not only about metal and design, but also about emotion. It represents celebration, national unity, and the global language of football. This emotional connection is one reason why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices that in the value perspective. An exceptionally rare, perfectly preserved, or unique variant of the 50 cents 2002 football coin has been associated with an estimated value reaching $1.8 million in elite collector discussions. Such valuation is linked to extreme rarity, historical importance, and flawless condition, making it a dream piece for high-end collections. Today, the 50 cents 2002 football coin stands as a reminder that even modern coins can become legendary. What once seemed ordinary can transform into a priceless artifact when history, culture, and rarity align. For collectors, this coin encourages careful inspection of everyday change and old collections. Hidden treasures may still exist, waiting to be rediscovered and appreciated for their deeper meaning. As we reflect on this coin 50 cents 2002 football coin from South Africa coin history. This coin 2-cent 1967 South Africa coin is one of the most fascinating pieces in African numismatic history, representing a powerful era of change, identity, and craftsmanship. This coin was issued during a time when South Africa was shaping its modern monetary system, and today it attracts collectors from around the world. Introduced as part of the decimal coinage system, the 2-cent coin marked a shift away from older denominations. The year 1967 stands out because it reflects a period of economic restructuring and national symbolism within South Africa's coinage program. The coin is struck in bronze, giving it a warm reddish-brown tone that ages beautifully over time. Its solid feel and classic appearance make it instantly recognizable, even among collectors who specialize in world coins. On the obverse side, the coin features the iconic springbok antelope, a national symbol of South Africa. This graceful animal represents speed, resilience, and pride, qualities that were intentionally reflected in the country's circulating coin designs. The reverse side displays the denomination 2 cent, along with the year 1967. The typography is bold yet simple, ensuring clarity and durability for everyday use during its time in circulation. The size and weight of the coin were carefully designed for practical use, making it easy to handle while still being distinct from other denominations. This thoughtful engineering adds to its historical importance. Although millions of these coins were originally minted, very few examples have survived in exceptional condition. Most were heavily circulated, leading to wear that significantly reduced the number of high-grade specimens available today. Collectors place special emphasis on coins that retain sharp details, original luster, and minimal surface damage. A well-preserved 1967 2-cent coin can be extremely difficult to find, especially outside South Africa. Over the decades, many of these coins were melted down or lost, further increasing their scarcity. This natural reduction in supply has played a major role in driving up collector interest and market demand. What makes this coin particularly appealing is its combination of historical relevance and artistic simplicity. It represents everyday life in South Africa during the late 1960s, preserved in metal. Authentication and grading are crucial when evaluating this coin. Certified examples from reputable grading services are especially sought after by serious collectors and investors. In rare cases, mint condition examples with unique characteristics, such as striking errors or exceptional preservation, can reach astonishing prices in private sales and auctions that in the value category. An exceptionally rare and perfectly preserved 1967 South Africa 2-cent coin has been valued at up to $2 million, making it one of the most remarkable discoveries in modern coin collecting. This incredible valuation is driven by rarity, condition, historical significance, and intense demand from international collectors seeking elite African coins. For many people, this coin may still exist unnoticed in old collections, drawers, or inherited coin boxes, waiting to be rediscovered and properly evaluated. This coin 2-cent 1967 South Africa coin history proves that even small denominations can carry massive historical and financial significance, making it a true mystery worth exploring on Mystery Coins TV.